And welcome back, everybody, as we bring you the last map of the day here for the EU side of the MLG CEVO Pro League for Season 7, as it was HellRaisers who took train in Map 1, so looking to take cash and see if they can get that 2-0 and get those 2 points for the standings, or can Titan tie this thing up and find a point for themselves for each team for the standings, as this is definitely a map Titan is very powerful on, especially on the T side. See some big games out of them recently, like against Fnatic at the ESCA Season 18, landing in the upper bracket, though they did lose it later in the lower bracket finals. But still, they definitely show some poise on this map, especially on T side, so it should be a good game here.
Absolutely. We did anticipate kind of you anticipated a 1-1 max. I think there is a possibility for HellRaisers to I thought there was a possibility for HellRaisers to lose or win both maps. And that's just looking at kind of previous matches. But Dosia with the push through B, which is also common, actually going to go and push through mid instead of flank all the way around through A main. And that does leave B kind of open because they know he plays there. So they might go look for this information.
Yeah, we know that HellRaisers did beat Titan on this map in Frag by Master, so it's not as if it's impossible for them to beat Titan on this game. So I can kind of understand your thought process there, but let's see how the rest of this pistol round plays out, as RPK was able to get Angel, so it's at least even back up at a 3-on-3, and that bomb is going down in the site, but Dren on the flank through B main will catch RPK out. And now they have the advantage on this retake, though Apex was able to catch Gucci, so it's just kind of back and forth at this point as Adren continuing his retake from B main, finds another kill, leaving Apex all alone, kind of pinned down at Generator, and Adren was just so big on that flank through B main to help this retake come to fruition, and there you have it. The bomb plant occurs, but HR does still close out the round.
That was a good rotate from Titan. I mean, the HellRaisers push through. I mean, when people are setting up for A splits, like it's either so common to simply hit B or split A and hardly ever leave someone to anchor the other side of the map. If CTs get the idea to push B, which is so common, it can make a lot of sense. It would make sense if they won the round, but Titan actually, because they decided to take to split and go off into mid, Titan saw that and ran B, which I thought that was a really good rotate, but managed to still lose the round in the 3v3 because of the shots that were hit.
Titan actually just decides to buy up 5 mollies and Tech 9 armor instead of just buying full third round after that first round bomb plant. So they must really have an idea of something they want to do. They could just blanket the B site with a bunch of fire. I mean, that's one option here. And Maniac actually does pick up an SMG. It does get taken. Kineas does get taken out by Angel and Moo with the frag as well. So this is just really odd from Titan. They're just getting pressed in the B lobby, and they can't even do anything with all these mollies they bought.
Why were they challenging? Yeah,
I don't even understand the thought process here whatsoever from Titan. It makes no sense. Like, they could have easily just saved this round and bought fully in the third with rifles and everything, similar to what happened on Train to them on that T side. But instead, they
each dropped like $1,000 in grenades.
Yeah, and they didn't even get to use them. And I don't know if it's just because HellRaisers playing aggressive in the checkers and such just countered what they were trying to do really well, or what, but I mean, it just seems odd that... Because, I mean, yeah, you'll see teams all the time invest, like, pistol armor on T-side, but they bought 5 Molotovs and did nothing with any of them.
It didn't make sense. They got the opening pick on B site, and the only thing I could think that they wanted to do was change plan and see if they could get that second entry, because they knew HellRaisers were going to try to peek and even out, and they're at a definite disadvantage when they try to do that, but still wanted to go for it. But they got the entry. It was 5v4. They had a great opportunity to pick up a gun on the way to B and also flush whoever's playing on the side out with the mollies, and decided to cancel that plan and just throw caution to win instead of exhausting their grenades before they took challenges. Simply try to take challenges as if they had no grenades to start off with.
Yeah, I mean, they could have even used them just to clear out checkers, and they didn't. They just took one-on-one duels instead. I don't know. It was just really odd. I think it would have been much safer just to, if you were going to do that, just take the save and buy up here in this round. Instead, you're going to see Titan had to take a full save here just to be able to buy up next round. I mean, they pretty much are just on... They have no nades, so they pretty much can only just kind of like spill out and rush and hope for the best.
Yeah, and Existence being, you know, the antithesis of a loose calling style, I figured that would be kind of a stick to the plan moment where they did have the man advantage, but did come up with an entry here on this.
And Apex grabbed an M4, and he's going to get in a dangerous position at truck and grab Moo rotating as well. So this is actually a round where Titan had almost no investment. They may win it just because off the back of Apex with the aggressive push with the 250 and now 2 rifle frags from the collected M4. And now all of a sudden, Angel trying to retake up the highway. He has been spotted by RPK at the vents. Did Angel spot RPK? I think he did, and he will grab the frag there, but I mean, the damage has been dealt. Apex has a chance to ace here. Just a huge post-plan situation right now that favors Titan by a long shot, as Apex will just kind of creep up here, finds a fourth frag, could find the ace, but nope, Existence Deagle says negatory. Not today, Apex, sorry, bud. And my goodness, so Titan goes from losing a round where they invested a crap ton of money and did nothing with it, to winning a round where they invested almost no money. Like,
what an unbelievable round. Yeah, I mean, that was straight. Apex was so... You have to understand. I mean, I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to everyone. When
world?
I say when I say you have to understand that it's so easy to kill somebody who has a rifle with no armor, and he managed to get 3 frags. Like, he hit headshots every single time. His accuracy was through the roof on that round. He could have gone down at any of those moments and 100% won that round for his team. So that was unreal play.
It just came off of Titan that, because they had no nades, they just went for like a boost in the mid control and they got it. And Apex just storms up the highway, grabs a kill on the side of the head, picks up the M4, gets a crazy timing to truck, just catching rotators trying to fly through CT spawn, and there you have it. He winds up with the quad kill. So a huge round for Titan there. Just redeeming themselves after kind of a crazy buy on the second round that got them nowhere. Able to kind of fight back there. And now you see HellRaisers on a broken buy. Just a couple of M4s and a scout, some 5.7s. I mean, it's not really the best, position for HR by any stretch of the imagination. So Titan really has just kind of turned this map upside down really early because of that play.
We have seen ecos back and forth, and here HellRaisers have found an opportunity to buy and try to win a round. Actually, Apex goes down to goes down
nade
to
from Penny, man.
Penny. Oh, Adren left on the site, though. Only has a 5.7. He's going to wait for the plant to go down, and Maniac does go down with the bomb. He gets a second frag as well. They didn't clear first oranges.
Yeah, they did not. They did not clear the site all the way, and that's going to cost him huge here. So now it's just going to be Kenny S in a 1 versus 3 with the op, and he doesn't have a whole lot of time left, and the bomb's down inside the site. So, I mean, yeah, there's really nothing he can do here. He's just going to save this op, and, I mean, there's not going to be a whole lot of money coming in. Everyone's getting stuck on these one-loss bonuses because of how crazy these like, partial saves have gone, and so really no one has any money to speak of, to be honest. The only saving grace is HR doesn't have to rebuy, except for on 2 of their players. So, honestly, the economy is fragile for both teams. The problem is that Titan can't exploit it. I mean, they don't have the money to exploit it.
Yeah, sometimes we will see just counter buy after counter buy if a team does get ecoed. This might be a situation where they try it, or I guess not, because at this point, I mean, the only thing is is that Kenny S has absolutely no armor, or absolutely no money. So in an attempt to even out, possibly they could. I mean, they fought 4-spot so many times. I would actually say that this is one of the rounds where I would recommend a force, because to even out the money, you're going to save anyway.
HellRaisers if you win.
Yeah, exactly.
Because of the 1-loss bonus going right back at them when they have very little money. And Kenny S will find the headshot there onto Moo at mid right off the bat. So, I mean, this could just turn into a circus of the beginning of a first half, man. If like these rounds keep trading back and forth like this, no one can stabilize their economy. No one can string a couple of rounds together with a clear advantage. Like, it's just really insane. But we do see Adren, that pop flash A main push, so dangerous. We'll catch Maniac there.
See, I'm gonna say that because they didn't buy, they're more likely not gonna win. But because Kenny S opened up that round, if they had armor, they might have had a better chance to actually win. And just kind of
man, they would have
more sense.
They would have like taken on armor or something with this mid control. They could have done quite well with it here. As Titan still trying to make something happen with this mid control, but Adren just holding them off right now. He has a quad kill right now after that aggression at A main, so he could find the ace here if he can find Kenny S. But he seems kind of out of range. It looks like Dozier will be pushing for him instead, and he'll find it. That'll be 4-1 in favor of HellRaisers, which, like, on paper, to someone who hasn't been watching, would look like just kind of a strong start from HR. Now, this has been a crazy kickoff to the first half here.
Yeah, a random, like, no armor eco, which just rarely happens, period, in this game in the 3rd round, and then 2 rounds taken back from HR. Now we have that buyout from Titan, who now Kenny S only has P250, and the rest of them have Galils, which I'd almost argue that a Tech 9 is better than a Galil, but that might be a stretch now after kind of slight nerf to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of just a broken buy here from Titan, just really kind of forcing, and they're just running through his smoke at A main, just giving such easy frags to Kucher, and I like so far the thought process on this T side cash has had me baffled. It baffled me that they invested so much money second round on like everyone having Molotovs and all this other business. And honestly, they just got lucky by winning that second round off of like a or the third round, excuse me, off of like a crazy play from Apex. Yeah. So, and then here in this round, they just force up Khalil AK, which is fine. I can understand if you want to force buy to try to, break the bank of HellRaisers before it gets too out of control. But why just run through a smoke like that A main so early in the round? I mean, I guess maybe they didn't have a whole lot of nades to execute with. I don't know, but it's not adding up.
Yeah, I mean, the pop flash was bad because Kutcher was standing out in the open and didn't get blinded. I mean, it's not uncommon to flash yourself through a smoke or whatever. And on those rounds where you don't have a lot of money, yeah, you might want to do something quickly because you don't have time to sell a fake. You really can't exhaust nades if you need to like use a flash to escape something. You kind of want to save your nades for the execute, which I know obviously Existence always has one in mind, but they just threw a bad flash and it didn't blind Kutcher. Kutcher just held his ground and sprayed from the right side of the box.
And the other thing was that when they poured out, it was kind of one by one. It wasn't like a big grouping, so Kutcher just got a bunch of 1v1 aim duels, and obviously advantageous ones.
Yeah, he was actually able to let his recoil reset every time he killed a person. That's true, too.
So, yeah, I mean, it was just like, if they would have just swarmed out together and, like, overwhelmed him, but, like, literally he just got a bunch of 1v1s out of that. Because of how they just kind of poured out one by one. So that was another big thing there. But here Titan will take another full stage, just 250s across the board here, and that's pretty much all they got. They won off of this earlier, though, by this exact same mid-control play, but it looks like this time Moo's kind of spawning it, regularly kind of peeking out with the op here. He does also have a player at Highway, there as well to help out.
Yeah, once again, we're going to see Maniac open the door kind of late here as we have the bomb spotted up in A main. And they're going to try to just push out mid before they lose too many people and try to make a wave here. Get a bomb plant. Not going to expect to win this round, I'm sure. But we'll hopefully do some economic damage. But HellRaisers getting a lot of solid frags, losing no players. Not even that much life overall. And have for that reason saved up quite a bit of money. The Titan will have to win 2 to 3 just to get HellRaisers to save, considering future win bonuses or loss bonuses.
Yeah, I mean, Titan is on a maximum loss, so they're probably still at a bye next round regardless, but it's still just a really tough economic situation for them, and they really do need to get around. Like I said, I'm so used to seeing Titan being able to pull off solid T-sides, no matter the map. It's like 6+ rounds almost all the time from T-sides. And even even on CT side maps like Inferno, they're able to do that. Whereas Cash is a more balanced map, so maybe even more opportunity for T's to get rounds, and for them to come off to a 1-6 start, honestly, off some questionable buys, like a questionable buy in the second round, a questionable buy a couple of rounds ago at that Galil AK mixed buy.
Well, the buy itself on the second round, I mean, if you remember, it wasn't questionable. We didn't even think it was questionable, but it was like they didn't do what they obviously wanted to do with they had to 5 mollies that round, right?
Even so, I would have just rather seen him save up and buy fully third round, which is like the safer play. Even if you did have a plan on what to do with all those Molotovs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, you can like fault the buy if you like execute the strat properly first and see if it doesn't work, but
I get you.
Force buys, they're common.
As we are seeing Titan try to work an A split here, throwing some smokes and stuff, trying to see if they can't muscle their way into the A bomb site, and
RBK
so far they've
ran out mid and didn't clear close right. Angel was full flashed, and so Angel's gonna get the drop on him now.
Yeah, and Dren actually kills his teammate, but gets another kill as well. Kind of funky here, as Titan will get the site because of that A split, and they will get the bomb planted here. Just kind of standard smokes on the A bomb site, blocking off quad and highway, and then just kind of jumping over red box and getting some picks. And now they do have the bomb down in a 3 versus 2, and it seems like Dozy and Angel attempting to maybe go for this here, throwing some flashes in, but one of the Angel's flashes misses, and Dozy is going to get caught by one of Titan. So it is going to slow them down, but they're still trying to press in right now. Apex close inside the site will find one and the second as well with the headshots. He got taken down very low, down to 5 HP, but still able to hold on there. And he also had a teammate at quad that was going to trade regardless of what he did. So that was kind of always Titan's round after they got the plan.
Yeah, I mean, that was actually a great reaction time from Apex. I mean, pretty insane considering if someone peeks you like that, I mean, they knew, they kind of had, they probably didn't know, but they had a feeling he'd be sitting on the bomb and fast peeked him and he still got the frag. I mean, that's pretty insane reaction time to do. You know, you can't really hold angles in this game, and he managed to do it. But once again, Apex a huge reason why Titan are able to come away with another round here. And 6-2, you know, isn't that bad. It's just kind of the rounds that they've lost so far have just kind of been disasters to some degree.
It's a Dren once again finding the pick onto that Squeaky player. It's the second time he's done that this half, and he's had quite the half this period. He's already at 15 frags on 8 rounds. So, I mean, he's just had a pretty monster CT side so far this game, stats-wise at least, as we do see Titan once again exercising this mid-control, something they've been able to work from at times into some pretty big plays, but can they do it here? Kenny S jumping up on the box of Dren playing close, and Kenny will spot him there. Great shot there from Kenny. As Kucher trying to challenge back here from the catcher finds one, but Atex trades it right back into a 3 versus 3, and so the trades have been even at mid thus far, but that definitely does favor Titan. But you see Angel getting really aggressive in the sunroom here, and this could be big if they do backtrack towards B and they don't check. Angel could definitely get some key frags here, but it seems like they might go mid to A.
Yeah, good idea from them, except they will have to go up against 2 people. I think either side is almost the worst side to go to, if that's even possible. And peeking right into his angle and still getting the frag as Kenny has. What an amazing shot from him. Cleared it perfectly.
Some throwback there, man, as they will smoke off the truck player as well so they can cross safely into the site. And they will get the spawn plan. We do see the push, though, from Dozia. It does get the bomb down, but all Apex on the flank, who pushed mid to CD connector, will take Dozia down, leaving Angel all alone, who's had quite a brilliant half on the CT side, with as well as a Dren, but this is going to be a tall order from him.
That was excellent from Apex, who kind of just pushed into Z at the perfect opportunity instead of just going right up highway, knowing that there's only 3 players alive and 1 dead in the site. Now 2 players at quad. Well, means they're going to have to take some kind of fight here. Kenyas is standing out in the open, says, I can do this, and hits the shot as well. 2 very important kills on that round.
Yeah, if he would have missed that shot though on the nade damage that was just dealt, Angel had both those guys. I mean, yeah, Angel had both down to very low HP, so that almost turned to kind of a scary retake moment, doubling up on quad like that because of that nade.
Yeah.
But normally doubling quad is like really good because you never expect 2 people to be there. So even if you kill one peeking you, you're almost certain to kind of think the other guy's somewhere else. So it can be a very dangerous play to make, especially in post plants.
Yeah, but Titan right now are looking like they're having a great time taking mid control and are looking extremely good in these 2v2s and 3v3s when it matters, and APX comes out with another entry.
And they put a great molly there. HellRaisers is going for a boost play there on the vents, and the molly actually flushes Angel out. He'll now actually get aggressive and push B main, but RBK was parked there the whole time, and so yeah, Titan, this mid control here works out really, really well. They actually fall back off of it though, and now they're just kind of, you know, poking their way into the A-bomb site here. Only 2 left. RPK anchoring at B, looking for pushes there, and Titan just slowly working into the A site, just so meticulously. This is the more classic, composed and structured play of Titan, just clearing things out with fire and just working together as a unit into the site.
Yeah, and HellRaisers just banking on the hopes that maybe they go to the small site. We have less players, better chance of getting 2 or 3 frags. But instead, if they don't, just go for the save opportunity, and they will take it. And Dren, though, will have to stave people off, knowing that they are going to look for them early. And so no spot on the map is particularly safe, especially on a map like Cash, which is very small. It can be tough to save without taking a fight.
Yeah, so Titan will take this round here. It was kind of a scary start to the first half, but they have strung together now the last 3 rounds in a row. And that's big. I mean, that kind of brings it back into the game. I mean, Dozia getting some exit frags here and saving the Sim 4, but, still a round going to Titan nonetheless. And, these last 3 rounds have really kind of bailed Titan out of what started out to be a really poor situation.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But they are starting to look alive again in this half. And are only in a 2-round differential situation from actually equalizing. Now, HellRaisers are going to have to save, and that's going to mean that Titan are going to be 1 closer. Existence, I think, is aware of that. Oh, I thought he only had a 5.7, but actually does have an AK as well.
Yep, so we are going to see HellRaisers just trying to put a lot of presence over here at mid, but they all get caught up in the CT connector, and Apex catches Dozia, the one player who was able to slip out to the sandbags, but Moo was able to make it over there and collects the M4 that was saved. So they're recycling this M4 quite well, trying to put it back to use, but it just doesn't matter. Titan just storms through the map and collects all the kills, and now they're 1 round away from tying it when they were once at a situation where they were down 6-1. So this is quite the turnaround for Titan here on their T side. This is more of the T side we expect to see out of this team.
And yeah, if HellRaisers aren't able to win this round very convincingly, they'll go back right into their save. They'll lose an op that I think has quite an impact for them on the CT side, and it's going to be tough to put together a good half from there on out because they'll be looking at the possibility of max 8-7. And right now, Titan actually letting Apex kind of work aggressively out mid, expecting HellRaisers to not be playing it aggressively, and are right about that.
Once again, a molly on the vents there takes Dozia down to 52 HP as he tried to actually press through it and see if he could peek out mid. Didn't spot anything, forced to fall back, so he ran through it and backtracked, taking so much damage. And in the meantime, Titan's been able to clear out the A-bomb site here. Dozia does get 1 kill at mid on Existence, but still a huge advantage right now for Titan, and they will just go ahead and clamp down and close it out. And now tie the game at 6-all, so this Titan has just been so relentless with this mid control, and they've been able to turn it into quite a few rounds here recently.
Yeah. They're 100% getting their feet back on the ground in this half, and that round was especially great. I think with the idea that HellRaisers, I'm not sure why HellRaisers were avoiding mid in that situation, but that allowed Apex to just run up highway, get the kill on the Opera, and also have the knowledge that no one is actually playing mid. So maybe the defense on HellRaisers being a little bit too static is just getting exploited at the moment.
Yeah, they're trying to play once again pretty aggressive on mid this time. They have a couple of guys really up close on the mid garage. They seem to be trying to actively counter that mid control now with like 3 guys kind of focused down on it. In all honesty, though, to HellRaisers' credit, they've been trying to counter mid by putting a player in vents, but they just keep getting fired off by those Molotovs, and so their attempted play at countering the mid aggression has been thwarted by just nades from Titan. But we do see Moo actually catching a headshot kill once again on Maniac, who's just had a tough time today coming through that squeaky door. He's been getting picked off a lot trying to peek that position. They actually boost up a player quad, but Apex is going to find a kill on the Moo right there. And Angel getting aggressive here at mid. Might get caught by the lurk RPK, but no, was able to flick back and catches that kill. So at least they retain a man advantage here on the HellRaisers side, though A is pretty exposed, and it seems to be where Titan wants to go. I
mean, they can cheat Dozia over because they have vents control, so with that knowledge, they're actually going to cheat a couple people over. That's going to give them a good chance to win the round, but Adren is full blind in the site with only a 5-7, and will start taking shots right now, but Exist manages to get away. Only a little bit of health, though. Now he's stuck on the bomb plant site and goes down.
Dozia charging through, and Apex is not in position to hold this post plant. The bomb's not planted for him. He is forced to step out and take some battles, and Dozia just, that aggressive push there. He caught Kenny S that quad, caught Existence right after the plant, and then put Apex in this is a really tough 1 versus 2 where the bomb wasn't planted for him, and so since he was playing a main, he had to press out, and he got eventually traded there. So the HellRaisers finally coming back with the CT round of their own. Although Titan has plenty of money to buy. I mean, they're not worried.
Yeah, it was pretty good, but again, it was really expensive. And HellRaisers, on pretty much a force buy last round, are going to be a little bit light in terms of having Falmuses, no armor on Mal. And,
yeah, this could be a quick 8-7 if they're not able to close this round out for sure. As they, once again, Titan trying to get this mid control, they actually press out Apex through a smoke by himself, and Angel able to catch him there, so...
Yeah, that's interesting. Like, on the 2 rounds ago, we saw Titan just kind of do the exact same thing, where they sent Apex out mid, and they were completely... HellRaisers were just completely open there, and let him run all the way up highway. And then the round after, they didn't go for mid control, HellRaisers stacked it, managed to win on that force fight we just saw. And on this round, used the same setup, and Titan went back to that strategy since they had lost that round, but ran right into the stack.
Yeah, that's how they had to run through a smoke there, and they just got caught. Because the difference is Titans have usually been clearing out vents with fire before Apex comes out. That time, that was not the case. And in fact, someone was playing up close there on the garage door, which is really one of the first times that HellRaisers played that spot where Titan actually pushed into it. As we do still see Titan clearing out the A-bomb side, though, they will clear it out, and they will get this bomb planted. Existence cutting off rotations over here at mid as well. And in fact, he'll just do it all by himself, and... Man, a round where HellRaisers actually had a decent start catching that aggression at mid this time around for the first time ever this half. They still wound up falling prey to the mid-round shot calls of Existence there, and him just cutting off rotations at garage. And now, like we said, a very good opportunity for an 8-7 half here for Titan when they were once down 6-1. So big turnaround.
Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake there from Dosia, who I'm sure got the comms that Existence was at mid, and just kind of jumped around the corner with his knife out. But right now, if we look at the setups, we see HellRaisers kind of answering what Titan want to do on the map, but there's still much time left and opportunities for them to move around. So now that they have one person in A, they might just take some time and clear it out safely. But the flank is made by Angel, who has the information that no one is outside A right now, and now they're all in.
Yep, Angel, the only guy left, the guy with the AK, trying to see if he can make a miracle happen, but it just won't happen. I mean, there was not much to be said there, and Titan starting out poorly, 1-6 half after some kind of risky buys that did not pan out on a couple of rounds early in the half, recover quite well, closing out, in that last part of the half, they won the last 8 of 9 rounds. I mean, they really turned it up there, or won the last 7 of 8 rounds, rather, but...
Yeah.
No, I was right the first. Nope. Yeah, 7 of 8. So really close it out there in the second half. Really turn things around, and they're in good position to, if they can string things together on the CT side, they're in good position to, tie the series up and at least get that 1 point apiece for each team for the standings.
Yeah, we've always seen Cash be a kind of momentum-based map, and it's hard to understand what that means because there's nothing inherent about what you can do in terms of adjustments, in terms of stopping a streak from happening. But it feels like that once people figure out what setups are working, if mid control is simply working, the amount of rounds it takes to adjust sometimes can be a lot. But I don't know. It's hard for me to say. It's kind of like a superstitious thing that Cash is a streaky momentum-based map, but I definitely feel that way.
It's definitely one of the more balanced maps in the rotation, for sure. I mean, there's so many opportunities for T-sides to be able to collect rounds on this, especially whenever it's a team that can get good mid-control going. I mean, mid-control on this map is so powerful from either side of the map, and teams like Virtus Pro, teams like Envious, teams like Titan are just able to exploit it so well. Fnatic can be added to that list as well, and that's another big thing about this map is it's become a map that all the top teams are good on, which causes for kind of interesting head-to-head matchups on the map between like the top 5 or 6 teams in the world.
Mm-hmm.
5 or 6 teams in the world are probably considered to be really good Cash teams.
Certainly. And the stack towards B is definitely the wrong play here. Apex, who's been shooting so well, is left alone in the site and will have to actually hit a couple of headshots here, I think, for Titan to have a chance in this round, and will end up having to fall off. So an A retake is not impossible. The issue is that their rotates are so long right now that HR can find the perfect afterplan spots. And oh, what a shot from Apex to take one off of Red. And oh my goodness, all of a sudden it's a 3v5 because of that play.
Yeah, Titan is trying to storm into this retake here. They had such a great advantage. They're going to put a smoke on that bomb diffuser, but all of a sudden, HellRaisers are fighting back so well all across the site. I mean, oh my goodness, those last 5 frags just came too quick to follow between Moo and Dosia there, and oh my, I mean, I thought Titan's retake was looking pretty strong there, and then all of a sudden, HellRaisers just, I don't even know, man. Just hit the eject button. I mean, like, just smashed him.
I mean, the stack B was a misread, and then Apex, being the anchor at the other side, ended up getting his 2 frags, which he needed to do. The second one being the most insane shot, and then HellRaisers, after getting the bomb down, just 3v5'd it no problem. I think it was Moo and Dosia, Moo with 3 frags, and Dosia with 2.
Yeah, that was kind of just a crazy turn of events back and forth there. It was a big move from Titans to get those 2 kills after, like you said, misreading the stack, but still HellRaisers just shuts them out there at the very end, and now of course they'll buy up and they tie the game back up at 8-all, and they have the great opportunity to take the lead back. But Kenny with the scout will find Moo trying to play over towards the vents at mid, and so at least making it back even after losing Apex early in the round.
Wow, Kenny and the S's for scout. I see.
It might be for his last name, actually.
Or sniper.
Or what else do we want to throw around here?
Oh,
super
sniper. Yeah. Okay. But they picked the right site here to go to. I guess realizing that Titan were going to stack A there, based on very little information. I'm sure they were just planning to hit their shots, but have gotten the flank now. one player had dropped out of events. That's RBK. He's going to push out and try to get a kill. That could have been an important kill, but more likely than not, would have been nice just to get the kill for the sake of their economy, and also putting a dent in the economy of HellRaisers. Kenny S is trying to save a scout and CZ, but cannot do it. HellRaisers do take a lead once again.
Right, so it is HellRaisers up now 9-8, and of course they'll still, be able to buy here. Titan still pretty much in a safe situation at this point, and so HellRaisers could be extending that lead in just a little bit. But once the gun rounds come out to play, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Like we said, Titan known for their strong T side, they got that. Can they close out on the CT side? Is the question once they get the guns in their hands.
Yeah, Apex has 22 frags already in this game. Has been playing extremely well. Now, HellRaisers put up a complete default here, and so have Titan. So in that regard, this is the perfect setup from both teams. But Dosia is going to be the first one to look for information. Opens the squeaky door. I think knows that one is toxic right now. Is going to try to take a battle here versus two players. Kenny S runs right into his spray, and now knows that two people are over towards A at least, and they might be anticipating a stack. And from that, we see HellRaisers working towards that B site. Existence in a new close angle. No longer close left.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like one of those things where when you watch Titan play this map, they can do so well on T side, but they just have trouble closing on CT, and I'm hoping that's not going to happen to them here. But we do see HellRaisers should at least be able to close out this round. Bomb has been planted here. They do have 3 AKs still up against 3 remaining Titan members who are trying to see if they can flank through the vents here, but Kenny S will get caught immediately there by Dosia, and looks like Apex is just going to hold on to this Galil on the other side of the map.
Yeah. Was Adren off the team for a little bit on HellRaisers? Was there a period where Adren wasn't? Yeah, he was off the team.
Mm-hmm. Oh. They did bring him back, though.
Yeah, he's a really good entry fragger.
Just like they just picked up Moo recently as well. I mean, the only LAN he's played with this team so far was actually DreamHack Tours. He's played some online stuff with them, but I mean, his first LAN with them was actually DreamHack Tours. Maybe he played in the CIS championships with them as well. I can't remember.
I remember like a while ago, like early. HR used to be my favorite team way back in the day, like when they were Virtus Pro. But they Adren, like I didn't understand why Adren was on the team at first. I thought he was definitely one of the reasons where they weren't playing so well. But in terms of team chemistry, I had no insight into how much value he provided, or just communication, or all those things that stats can't tell you. But
he was in-game leading for that team, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think he's IGL for this team now, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
could be wrong.
Right? Okay.
Could be wrong.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. Already, this round has started off quickly instead of that typical default with no few kills as we've seen earlier. But Existence right on top of Moo. Oh, he gets the frag anyways. And all of a sudden, the man advantage back in HellRaisers' favor. Dosia very, very close to Maniac, both lurkers for their teams. And it's hopefully going to cause a rotate for them as HellRaisers move over towards the B site, and Kenny S biting on the fake. Oh, not quite.
Well, the problem is HellRaisers are so spread out, but luckily Dosia is still able to get the kill on Maniac in the end. It's kind of dangerous how spread out that they were, but they're going to collect the bomb, and it looks like they're going to backtrack it back to A. Meanwhile, Kutcher is going to be clearing out the B bomb site, and we'll start flanking through CT spawn momentarily. So Kenny S is just caught a tough spot, but he does catch Dosia at Highway, but he still has no idea where this bomb is. He also has no idea that Kutcher's kind of pressed through B. He's actually going to slip into Heaven, and Kutcher's going to flank him. Oh, man. A little bit unfortunate there. Just slide. Have a crazy round, but it will, in fact, turn into another round for HRs. Starting to extend their lead here a little bit. Yeah,
but I guess we can talk about that. I can finish my story, but Adren. But I was watching a stream a few months ago, and I had never seen. When you see the player stream, you learn a lot of things about them, and some things you have to take with a grain of salt or whatever. But I saw him play a matchmaking game with Shocks. And they were playing against a cheater, and they didn't know. I mean, they're pro players. Like, you're playing against a wall hacker, global, or whatever. You could still win if you're good enough. And Adrian, excuse me, managed to drop 41 kills or something, and the whole chat was telling him that these were cheaters that just queued up against these other guys or whatever. And Adren, not knowing this, dropped 41 kills on them and aced in the last round. It was unreal, and I was like, okay, I see why he's on the team. but that is just matchmaking. But as an entry fragger, I mean, you can tell a lot just from a player's aim. And Dosia going to be flashing out into the catwalk here. Very interesting flash. That's blind the boost. Apex, though, finding a frag.
Yeah, the stack on the A bomb site here has been beneficial as Titan was on a safe, so they kind of gamble a stack on A, and they do get a frag out of it here. They still have Maniac playing up close here on the forklift. He does eat a nade, though, takes him down to 44 HP, and Angel looks like he's going to check it. He does spot the outline of him there, and he will get the frag, so HellRaisers going to pinch on this A bomb site as after the initial stack, Titan really fell off the site and pretty much conceded it. Now HellRaisers has full control, and they will get this bomb down and likely close this round out. Maybe 12-8 coming up here real soon.
Yeah, Dream kind of has them locked up over here outside of B. They're in a tough spot, and HellRaisers are starting to take a really decent lead right now. But again, this is... Oh, actually, did they buy up? Why does Existence have a Famas with no armor?
They may have... spot actually.
No. Why?
Because they didn't save anything. Because Kenny-S was the last round. Kenny-S tried to save an op and got killed.
I saw RBK buy Famas no armor like the other round, and I don't understand. Like, or not Famas no armor. It was a cast I think yesterday where RBK bought a rifle with no armor, like an M4 or something. And I'm like, you can't do that. Like, you can't do that. There's never a good time for in CS:GO where you can buy a rifle with no armor. You should pistol armor is better than a rifle with no armor, like any rifle. The only thing that you would buy, the only gun you could buy with no armor, and it would make sense is an op. Like, I mean, that's like the aim punch is just unreal. Like you could buy a rifle with no armor 1.6 and have a much easier time getting a kill than you can now. But aim punch absolutely destroys you. Oh, great flash on the Kenny-S and Dren.
Yeah, Kenny-S
on him.
Trying to play aggressive with those checkers, got caught. Like you said, now we actually see CT trying to storm through the smoke in the vents. It gets caught as well. And so Titan is getting completely outclassed these last few rounds here by HellRaisers from their T sides. They are just kind of storming into this B bomb side. Only Apex remains for Generator, but look at him go! Oh my goodness, Apex completely turns this round upside down, man. Some great headshots there from the Generator. Great individual effort, just bailing Titan out of what was quite a poor situation, as he'll still anchor this B-bomb site. HellRaisers still trying to, you know, like recollect themselves after such a blitz that Apex just threw on him, man. Like, unreal. I thought this was HellRaisers round all day long until that just happened.
It was 4v3 with one man left in the site and checker control, and now it's a 3v2. Dosia stuck into B main. Angel actually...
I think he's going to try to throw the bomb to Angel through the vents or something silly. I don't know. That's what I thought. I mean, unless Angel's just going to try to come through vents and meet him up in checkers.
Dosia looking to possibly take this fight against...
That would be a sick play if they passed the bomb through the vents and brought it back like around to A and just caught Maniac by himself over there. But they're going to try to storm with the checkers, and Angel does eventually take down Apex, so they could actually get this bomb in here now. There is Existence still playing towards Heaven, but... he will watch the cross, and he does spot. Dosia does shoot him in the back. That is bombed down. No time left either, so it's just over.
Wow,
and Apex just... wow. What a round from Apex.
Yeah, insane. Insane individual play. He has 27 frags in this game. I mean, Adren does have 23, but he's got 27 frags in what was 20 rounds. Pretty unreal stuff. And yeah, they really thought that someone else was inside that site. They didn't focus on upper enough, or the rotator spots. So I'm not sure. I think they felt like the bomb was known to be in checker, and if they did know that he would have been stuck. But Apex wasn't actively peeking. Like, the bomb could have escaped, and they gave that round enough time where, you know, they should have trusted their own play there. Apex holding down right now gets a very important frag to even it up, and Titan are 44 here with HellRaisers into the 22nd round.
Yeah, I mean, this is just kind of crazy stuff. I mean, Apex luckily just kind of bailed Titan out that round. Is really all you can say there. As this round does come to a pretty early 4-on-4 here, as once again we do see Titan kind of playing some heavy numbers over towards the A side. No mid control and just a one-player anchoring at B. So, and that's something Titan's not afraid to do. You know, they will shuffle numbers heavy one side, try to, you know, get some information, get a kill, and then quickly shuffle back into a more balanced setup. And it's all about, they do it so quickly that it's hard as a terrorist team to find that gap. And as soon as you find it, it closes very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Now a 3-on-3. Trades coming out instantly for each other. Dozia in the A site. B actually might be the weaker site to go to. Kenny S finds a frag on a player that could be flanking and a second. 3 on the round so far.
Yeah, now it's just going to be all to Adrenaline 1 versus 3, just kind of stuck on the left side of A main, and Maniac will chase him down for the headshot. And so there you have it. Titan looking a little rough here. Does find these last couple of rounds to kind of stay in the game after HellRaisers had a huge start, winning the opening 5 rounds, and now it's Titan who have just redeemed themselves quite well. They actually now put HellRaisers onto a save and a good opportunity to start working towards that tie. They've already gotten the last 2. They're about to probably get it to 12-11, so...
Yeah. Yeah, and then, I mean, Apex kicking it off won't be enough for them to win the game, but if that can be enough to give them the motivation to get the rest of the frags, then it might be enough. And these 2 players inside A site are going to be very difficult to kill. I wonder if they'll be able to do it. Kenny is already getting 2 right now, and both players at quad still alive. They hold that off beautifully. No bomb plant for HellRaisers.
Yep, so 12-11 here. HellRaisers does still hold the lead, but their money has been tapped down very, very low, and Titan haven't been able to string together the last 3 rounds, and they're looking to tie this thing back up if they can secure this one, and maybe even force HR into another save if they can win this one and actually take the lead. So a lot rides on this round.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, if we look at the money of Titan, they are not that well endowed at the moment. I mean, they're doing okay, but Mania, it's put up on Shroud right here.
Maybe you're the one that's not well endowed, Launders. Did you think about that?
Okay. I wasn't going to, but
okay.
Now I'm crying.
Are you crying on the inside? The cringe? The cringe is real?
I mean, if there were cams on, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Well, you could just move that webcam after this scene's over. But
Thanks
maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. As we do see, you know what Thorn would say about this? Something about horses, I think.
Yeah. Oh.
Maniac playing the boost spot here, going to catch a couple of guys off guard and aim from HellRaisers, and there you have it. I mean, HellRaisers are going to have to work real hard to recover, and they're just not going to be able to. So just good hold there from Titan at A, especially that boost from Maniac. That's the first time we've seen the boost used this whole game long, and that's what that spot's good for, right? Is that catching a team off guard who have never had to worry about it the whole match through.
Yeah.
And it's just so easy for you not to think to clear it, just because you haven't received any pressure from that area, and that one time it gets used, it gets you.
Absolutely. And so you always have to be worried about it, but you can't even spam Toxic anymore with so many people doing this run boost that we saw them do, which was very good of them. And just trying to run into the site here. Do find a single entry so far and are circumventing the site from the right side. Actually, Apex only finding a single frag means that they will get the bomb plant off. Most likely here, Dozia is left alone. I think he needs to go for this kill. And Dozia peeks out of the perfect moment, finds a kill onto RPK, doesn't have armor. Well, goes down on the site, and I don't know if the bomb is planted for Dozia, but
it's not, I don't think, and he will get caught out by Maniac. Yeah, it wasn't really planted for him at all, so he's just kind of in a tough spot there, and it will be Titan who clears it out, and they will take the lead back now, 13-12 after relinquishing it for pretty much the whole second half, like the first 5 rounds of it. They now have it back.
Yeah, and again, 5-round streaks for both teams in almost both halves there, 4 and 5 in the first half, 5 and 5 in the second. But will that mean that the streak will end? We'll see, as this round will be one of the last buy rounds, and holy smokes, that's unreal. I mean, this game isn't even over yet.
Yeah, I mean, there's at least 3 more rounds left to be played, and he's already at 31. It's a pretty monster game out of Apex, which is especially prevalent on that turnaround by Titan on those last 8 rounds. As Dozia catches Maniac playing behind Squeaky Door, that was kind of awkward.
Switched to his gun and
it went through the door. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah. And then we did see Adred actually catch RPK trying to be aggressive in the vents as well. So just HellRaisers getting these early picks, and they do have a 4-on-3 advantage right now. That bomb making its way towards B. It will be Existence playing in the site.
And they know
Kenny has shuffled. Apex is on a flank here, so he could maybe be big here in just a second on this flank. if Kenny and Existence can hold off for a little bit, but Kenny already going down to the op. Existence trying to hold on to the site, but can't do it, and now, all of a sudden, this flanking maneuver from Apex is almost worthless. He does get 1 kill out of it, looking for a second, does lots of damage there to Moo, but does not find the frag, and Angel just kind of posted up here. Apex just getting flashed off, and he'll just save at this point.
I would have 100%
so it will be a 13-13.
I would have 100% gone for that. I don't know. I mean, he was so close. Apex is on fire right now. He has 32 frags. 2 players are low, and he did a lot of damage to 1. It's a 1v3. He already killed 1 person. I would have 100% gone for that. I don't know.
Well,
if
I think it's just
to,
the even out because he knows RPK only has $200, so it's one of those things where if he doesn't save this AK, it's very likely that one of their players is not going to have a gun next round. And with it being
he'll buy.
no,
that's not possible. He can buy. Look at this.
Oh, you done? Are you done?
Look at this. Yo, okay, first of all, that's not possible because Apex could have bought for himself.
Well, yeah, Kenny
and
would
have dropped him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I can see. Don't get me wrong, it wouldn't have been a mistake if you would have went for it.
And the HellRaisers were so low that every kill, even if he didn't win the round, would have been infinitely valuable to Titan in a way that you might not know until if you win the next round or not. But could have put them on a save instantly. But I don't know. I wouldn't have.
Well, even at this case, because he got all those kills, he forced all those rebuys, and this is basically the same economic effect you were talking about, but it just happens in a save instead of a attempt at a retake. I mean, look at how low HellRaisers' money is, and they're not going to have any money to buy if they lose this round, so this could be Titan coasting to a 15-13 if they can do this, but no Moo is going to find the kill onto Apex, but he will get caught by RPK playing aggressive in the checkers, but RPK can't do much more. But that's okay because Maniac and Existence are still right here by the vents and by the B main, and all Existence is just hiding on the box. They actually even jumped up, but they didn't spot him. And so this is kind of interesting here. But HellRaisers could just fall back and go A, and they would just run into only Maniac, who just got there. And I like this positioning here for Maniac. He's playing what would normally be kind of like a dangerous one-and-done spot, but that's all he needs. He just needs to get a kill.
Yeah.
But he will fall back to highway, actually.
I think they were trying to bait players into pushing through past the Dren, who was sitting in the sunroom. And now we'll have to look simply for an entry. Dosia versus Maniac here.
Maniac can play up close on Squeaky Door. I guess he realized that it's very unlikely someone's going to come Squeaky this late, so...
Or even just clear this. Oh, but finds a frag anyway.
Yeah, Dosia actually sniffs it out. That was actually smart positioning, I thought, for Maniac. Like, who's going to come Squeaky that late in the round, and who's going to check that angle? But Dosia did. He gets the kill, and now Existence is about to get flanked by a Dren over here from spawn, and HellRaisers goes up 14-13, so... all that economic damage that Apex was able to do the round previous is just unfortunately eradicated, and it is now Titan who is suffering, and HellRaisers may actually just get a quick match point out of this, or map point out of this. I mean, and actually it would be match point because they won train. So. Oh
yeah, but they do have this time. They have 2 ops, and I don't know if everyone has guns right now. I think OTV would have told us if those. Okay, those are just 5.7s. Yeah. So opting to go for 2 ops instead of dropping promises here to try and secure the round.
It'll be the first time they ran a double op too, so that may catch HellRaisers off guard, but unfortunately Existence already goes down, trying to make an aggressive peek at the checkers, gets spammed through the smoke. The op has been recycled by RPK, and he will drop it back here to Apex, who will then drop RPK A from us.
Maniac playing close up right now. They're going to re-smoke that main. And either site to go to, I think they'll have some sort of an advantage. Smokes in the site means that, oh my goodness, Dosia is spamming.
Didn't even realize he did that much damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to execute off of this. They're just still kind of waiting back here.
Kenny's reloading his op at highway. Oh, but Dosia gets into the site and will manage to hold quad here. Will he kill a Maniac? Yes, he does.
And then Angel's going to go ahead and catch RPK trying to peek from the truck. Kenny S has rotated with his op, and he's able to fit in 1 frag here from the highway. But he is actually going to get flanked here momentarily by Kucher. So he has to be a bit careful here, as Kucher will actually just jump up on top of the hut middle, and he grabs the kill. So that's just going to be Apex trying to save an op for next round, because, I mean, at this point, 3-round loss bonus, there's going to be enough money, but it's going to be really, really tight. Like, it's not going to be that good of a buy at all. I mean, it's going to be, what, like $2,400 coming into everybody. So yeah, I mean, this is like danger mode right now for Titan.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, and I don't ever like to put it to frags, but Existence and RPK have 7 and 10 kills. Apex has 35 kills. If they had even 15 apiece, this game would have been over a long time ago.
Well, that's something that Existence has been criticized for his entire CS:GO career.
Yeah, but for me, like I would never criticize an IGL for not getting kills. As weird as that sounds, just because it really doesn't. You don't need 5 people. You can't win a game with five screams on your team, right? We know that doesn't work. So with that in mind, an uneven kill distribution is kind of expected and somewhat necessary. You just don't find too often a better IGL also be a better fragger. I mean, you see Happy's kind of in between.
Yeah, Happy's definitely. Well, Happy's not even leading anymore. I think Shock's led for him at Face It. But yeah, classically, that has been what he's done is be one of their best fraggers ratings-wise, and also the in-game leader for that team, though it was Shock's leading at Face It. I don't know if that'll stick or not. It didn't stick last time they made that move. They even tried out MBK as a leader for a little while initially, but it still wound up coming back to Happy before it was all said and done. So I don't know how long that'll actually stick over there in Envious, but either way, we are coming into what could be the last round of this game. Titan does have the man advantage, though, so if they can close this out, we may move on to a 15-14. Adrena's going to spot RPK inside the vent, going to try to chase him out with a nade. RPK will be able to avoid it. It looks like we could see HellRaisers going for a B split here. The vents to checkers as well as one at B main.
I do my best to just fake whatever site Apex is not playing at and try to pull them out of the site that I want to go to, but they're going to run right into him. RBK does fall into the site. Apex going to be the lone man in here, going to try to throw a pop flash and hopefully for him doesn't get caught off guard just yet. And can't find the bomb misbreak just now, and now Existence on the rotate is going to find a frag onto Dosia. Actually does. 2 players up.
250.
Angel.
Yeah, it's just going to be Angel right now. 1 versus 2 is going to get chased down by Maniac with that from Us, and he will fall prey to it. And so we'll be Titan, who's going to make it 15-14. And so we might see ourselves in overtime here in map number 2, unless HellRaisers can still close out this next round. But, I mean, they don't have the best money. I mean, they have 2 guys with pretty heavy cash, but they have Kucher just down to 2,900. So, I mean, they'll be able to, drop and get AKs to everyone. Oh, they actually even get an op out of it. But that means that Angel sacrifices a lot. He's just on a Glock and armor.
Well, they can't even drop him a pistol. Holy smokes.
No,
he has an AK.
My bad. I didn't see that.
They didn't show it, yeah. It was just a GoTV thing. Okay, so actually, a Glock and armor. But yeah, the heavy attention towards middle should favor.
Adren tried to come out by himself and got caught trying to backtrack in, but Angel has been able to get entry over at A, and Existence has eaten a lot of fire damage actually over towards the Vince, but he still finds the kill onto Moo, who was boosted. So it is a 4-on-3 right now in favor of Titan, but the A bomb site is in control here of a couple of these members of HellRaisers, but RPK on the edge of the smoke from Sandbags finds a headshot, and OT's looking real likely here unless somehow this 2 versus 4 favors HellRaisers. But, oh no, Kucher just peeks out and dies immediately.
If ever a 1v4 was won, it would be in this situation and with this player, Dosia, who thrives in the clutch, but with them knowing where he is, it makes his job so much more difficult and instantly goes down to RBK, who has such a great round. 4 kills.
Yep, so we'll be overtime, which is MR310K, to determine who is going to take this map. It would either be HellRaisers for another win and win the best of 2 for those 2 points in the standings, or if Titan can pull it off and make it 1 point apiece. And, when you look at the standings, I mean, these guys really do need wins because, Virtus Pro is just far ahead of everyone right now. They have 5 wins and 1 tie on the season, and they're already at 11 points. So, I mean, there's only 3 more European teams who will go to LAN because Envious and Fnatic were directly invited. So Virtus Pro looks to tie up one of those spots. And I know NIP is in the league, and they've only played a couple of games so far, but they're still already 3rd in the standings. So those 2 are looking like favorites to clinch spots. So there's really 1 spot kind of left up for grabs that teams like Titan, HellRaisers, and Navi are all trying to fight for, as well as the rest of the field. So getting a win here would be really big.
Yeah.
For HellRaisers. And Titan could really use a tie just to get something out of this.
Sure. Apex 36 frags so far in regulation. Last time I seen him do this, he got I think 41 kills in regulation versus flip side, something like that. I mean, he can just be very explosive in some matches. Both teams went on streaks and on both halves. I think 4 and 5 round streaks in the first half, and then 5 and 5 round streaks in the second half, which were both cut short near the end.
So yeah, I mean, just kind of curious to see how this overtime is going to pan out as we're just waiting for everyone to ready up to get that OT started. Like we said, MR3, 10K a piece on each side.
That wallbang Kenny hit on Mel was sick. Was it the one at mid?
Yeah, through the garage door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
Did he see him first, or he just hit the wallbang?
He spotted him first.
Oh, okay.
So he just kind of guessed the fall back, and he was right. So that was a good play there.
And we're getting right into it here with the first round of OT. Again, they have 16K, so the only thing that I think that needs to be pointed out about having 10 as opposed to 16 is that if you lose 2 rounds in a row and you want to have an op in either of those rounds, you are on a complete force buy in the 3rd round, meaning you can have a pistol, armor, and nades most. You know, maybe a shotgun or something like that, but are very light. So if you lose 2 rounds in a row, you put the half in total jeopardy.
So Kenny will find the pick on the Angel right away with the op there at A main, and Dren did find himself a frag on the RPK, and the Moo will catch Maniac trying to press into A main. So HellRaisers recovering pretty well from that initial blow that Kenny dealt them, but Apex at mid find a couple of frags there. Remember, he already had dropped 35 frags in regulation, and he's at 38 right now. Been just an absolute monster this game.
Mm-hmm.
Especially that one round where he just like got that crazy hat trick at the B bomb site to like save a round.
That was sick
Titan
shooting.
Assuredly was about to lose. I mean,
those are like kills that everybody expects themselves to get, right? Like 3 players, they're peeking you kind of one at a time, but it can be so difficult just to stay concentrated enough to get that 3rd frag. You know, especially considering these are players that have only had excellent aim and movement and positioning. And to do that, it's just unreal. So
Moose slipping up highway here with the bomb. Kenny S is playing smart behind the quad, so he's not exposing himself to highway, though, so that's good. There is a player truck. And actually, Kenny will step out and peek the highway player. Misses his shot, but Apex will find it. And then Kenny S will take down a Dren. So good round there from Apex and Kenny to hold that mid and A side. And so Titan will take the lead 16-15 to kick off this OT.
Almost have 40 frags already within 1 round of OT. That's unreal.
Right now. He's had a monster game. There's no doubt about it.
And again, we see the money getting low for HellRaisers. So if they aren't able to come up with a round here, it's going to be very light. It's a little bit less noticeable on the T side as weapons are a little bit cheaper. You might still see Gulls and AKs, light nades. Stuff like that. On the CT side, it's much worse, and so it's very good that Titan were able to come away with this round for the life of their half. But both teams, every round in OT, both teams are gonna want to win. Oof! RPK peeks out and spams a Dren through a smoke that pops late, but the site is taken. A site is theirs.
Angel finding the headshot there, and the Kenny S at the forklift, and Dozy had an entry as well, but Apex has made his rotation here. He comes out, he grabs another frag, and Apex has just been an absolute monster this game. 2 big frags there as well, leaving Moo all alone in a 1 versus 3. He does find one, picks up the AK, grabs the... Oh, didn't grab the bomb. Runs into the site, though, but cannot find the kill into existence, and so Titan gets the 2-0 start here on the CT side of OT.
Yep.
Big stuff
40,
there.
41. 4 kills already in OT, and I feel like just tracking his progress. I feel like I'm just like his little like Nike like shaker thing that you get when you like want to count how many steps you take. I'm just tracking his progress throughout the rounds, see if he's gonna break any records in this game, because he's clearly just on fire right now. Everywhere he goes, kills come his way, and that's gonna be critical for them. Titan, who already have won the first half of the first OT half. and securing their 2 CT rounds, which is more than certainly their quota. I think even if they lose the next round, they still should be in a good position to win the game, considering overall it's been even both sides in both halves.
Rightio. So we're seeing Titans going to close out the CT half perfect. Whether or not they do so, though, they've already done a great work here, and it looks like they will. RPK just playing like a monster inside the vents. 3 quick kills there, and it will be Apex who rotates around, and he will grab that kill there to get the bomb down. It's all up to Adren now, 1 versus 4, and he will be running to Apex momentarily. That's another headshot there for Apex, and so that will be him closing out the half with 43 frags. And with the perfect half, Titan, you know, while they, I guess, had an early struggle on T side in the first half, they were able to close out the latter part of that half. Well, they won the last 7 of 8. So I mean.
Oh wait! In the first half, right?
Yeah, they won the last 7 of 8 rounds on the T side. So my point is, when we set into this overtime, there was no doubt in my mind that Titan could get the T rounds they needed to close this map out. But it was the CT rounds I was more curious about, and they wound up winning all 3 of them. So with that said, I feel pretty confident that Titan should be able to close out this OT here and now.
I mean, yeah, they only need 1 round to do it, so
yeah,
I wouldn't expect anything less. And again, that's saying that halves went even both sides for both teams. So yeah, HellRaisers have to win out here. I mean, they're doing it on the CT side. They may or may not be more comfortable on this side. It looked like they were having a great T half up until Titan were able to win the last 2 rounds on the CT, other CT side. But man, I think what's also really important to point out is I called out Existence and RPK for having like 9 and 7 frags, and RPK in the last 2 rounds of regulation and the last 3 rounds of OT has gotten like 13 frags or something like that. So he's just been playing lights out all of a sudden, and I think it's a huge reason that they're in this game once again. Has already caught up to Maniac.
Right, as it appears like Titan not going for mid-control this time around is putting a lot of heavy numbers here. Maniac in this classic spot with Kidor looking for picks here, clearing out some stuff right now. Pretty much cleared out Forklift and everything else, and Titan gearing up a couple of more numbers over here at the A main as well. But right now, they are smoked off, and they've just been re-smoked off, you know, blocking off Kenny S's op from looking for picks. RBK lurking towards the B-side Existence, just kind of patrolling at mid with the bomb. It seems like Titan does eventually want to hit over towards the A-bomb site.
Yeah, it seems like they definitely want to. And then
once they spot Kucher boosted, they know 2 are inside the site, but unfortunately they can't get the kill. Kucher's still able to find the frag there on the Kenny S, and you know, they gave him a lot of information because they saw that it was boosted, so they knew 2 site, they couldn't punish it. You know, they lost the opening pick and they couldn't get into the A site, but they're still looking to hit it here momentarily.
Yeah, the mollies do come out.
Oh, Kucher flashed inside of him.
Toxic.
Yeah, Dren is playing, though, on this red box, and he just catches Apex trying to storm through Forklift the highway, so an easy frag there for him. We do see Dren trying to push the smoke. He gets caught by RPK, but Moo with the op rotating from highway finds the final 2 frags. And so HellRaisers does a great job there holding that A hit. You know, Kucher getting that initial pick on the boost, and then good rotations there from Moo and company to shut that down.
Mm-hmm. They spent a little bit of time getting into the site. And by the time they did, HellRaisers had all their routes covered. Moo went back to mid from Toxic to make sure that there was no lurker rotating to them, and then he had cover from a player that was spotting for Apex to push through Forklift and caught Apex off guard, and that might have been the linchpin of the round there, but still managed to keep 4 alive. Big win for them, and a good start to their second half of the OT where they had lost 3 on their T side.
Rightio here as we see yes, just oh my goodness, just monstering those 2 kills right there, man. Like that hurts if you're HellRaisers. I mean, you just suffered super early casualties there from just some big plays there from Kenny S. We do see Kucher though with the aggressive flash on the A man. He's going to peek in, but he's only able to find 1, and so it is now a 3-on-2 in favor of Titan. As it looks like they're actually backtracking that bomb back through mid garage. Over towards the B side, which B is actually completely open at this point, though we do start to see Dozia rotate. He does have an op, and there's no smoke up either to block him watching the cross, and so he will find a frag before that smoke blooms. And so now we have a 2-on-2. Dozia throwing a fire in here, bouncing into the site, trying to block off a portion, but the plant will still go down safely. And we have a 2-on-2 retake on our hands here to see if HellRaisers can stop this from being a Titan victory. and a tie for the series.
Trent's going to toss a molly into the site. They know one is probably sitting on default. Existence turns around and gets the frag, though. What a shot. And Dosia, unsure where Apex is. Apex, fully aware of where he is.
Hold up and missed him!
Oh, no.
Apex, you could tell he was startled by that drop down, yet, you know, Dosia misses the no-scope, and that was just a tough spot for Dosia to be jumping. Like, that's a hard play anyway when you jump down from balcony and check underneath it. But when you're doing it with an op, it's even more difficult. Like, you have to hit that no-scope right away, otherwise you're probably donezo, and that's basically what happened there. So
I wasn't expecting from Dosia. Did he scope?
No.
Okay.
I mean, also he had really low HP, which is another big problem.
Yeah, he just wanted to get the drop on him.
So with that said, it will be a tie, so that'll split it there. So each team will take a point for the standings. And so that's pretty much it as far as EU goes today. We will have an NA matchups coming up today, though. We do have Lunatic, who I believe is taking on CLG, and then Nylum. And I believe those matches start in, let me see here. I think it's 2.5 hours from now, but I'll go ahead and double check that really quick.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half, yeah. It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time, so 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific time. So that, means basically an hour and a half. So definitely come on back in an hour and 30 minutes so you can catch that Lunatic doubleheader between their matches against CLG and Nylum. And then, of course, we will be back with you on Thursday for some more stuff for EU and NA. Looks like for right now on Thursday, we're going to have Public Gear taking on Mouse Sports tomorrow. And then for NA tomorrow, we are going to have Elevate versus Tempo Storm and Ace versus Synergy. So basically, we're always bringing you matches here Sunday through Thursday on MLG TV for Play CEVO for the MLG CEVO Season 7 Pro League. Usually 2 best-of-2s for EU and then 2 best-of-2s for NA every day, starting around 2 p.m. Eastern time and running until, sometimes midnight Eastern time, depending on how long the matches take. But either way, we hope you enjoy yourselves, and we hope you'll follow up and catch us next time. You can also follow me and Launders over on Twitter. Our Twitter handles are posted there on the page, and follow some of our own work and things that we work on. I know Launders does some streaming and some YouTubing, and I actually do that as well. I actually just released a vlog today about some NA roster shuffle stuff. So if you want to follow us up individually and support some of our content, we'd appreciate that as well. Other than that, Launders, any final thoughts or words before we turn this thing off for a little while?
I think you covered it. Pretty good matches today.
Yep, definitely. It was some cool to watch Titan and HellRaisers go head-to-head and split maps like that. And yeah, thanks a lot, folks, for tuning in. And like I said, hopefully we'll see you in about an hour and 30 minutes for some of the NA games. But other than that, signing out. Until next time.
Take care.